Scott, nice to be home. It's a tough trip. Obviously, going away for a week and having 6 games in 6 days.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough gig. The girls were really resilient all the way through, bouncing back during the course of the trip. It's a bit disappointing that. Let me rephrase that. It's a little bit unequaling in relation to teams coming over here when they only have to come for 4 games in 4 days, and it's hard, and it's been like that for a while. And I would love to see it personally change as a coach, but that's probably not my decision to make.
We talked about the same thing last year. If it could be broken up into 2 different trips, would that make it a lot easier to handle?
Oh, it certainly would, for sure. I don't think there's a sport in the country that plays 6 top-level games, one after the other, with less than 12 hours rest. I mean, you don't see the AFL doing it. You don't see rugby league, rugby union doing it. And I know that we're a minority sport, but I think it's something we have to look at. I mean, especially from a player point of view and injuries and things.
Having said that, are you proud of the way the girls performed? Because you won your first game, you drew the second, and even the 4 games when you got to Sydney, you were a chance to win all 4.
Yeah, look, we played really, really well. I was happy with it. I mean, the addition to Jackie Coley from our Canadian import coming in, albeit a little bit late, and her just trying to find combination with the girls. Still a fair way to go yet, but yeah, no, look, at the end of the day, I can't really single out any individual player. I thought the girls were really positive all the way through. There was some good positive energy. There's some ups and downs, and when you go on these things, there's a different range of emotional highs and lows we all go through, coach, manager and players. So we had our chances. We're not used to playing day in, day out, physical press of what the Sydney teams have, because their domestic competition is a lot stronger. So we try to capitalise on that in preparation and playing against our junior boys, and that certainly helped us prepare.
Certainly the scorelines, if you compare it to 12 months ago on the same trip compared to this year, you're a lot more competitive and you're a lot closer to getting wins on every occasion. Do you feel like you've come a long way in the last 12 months?
Yeah, look, we've come a fairly long way, but I mean the addition of our imports has certainly helped that, and they're really here to help our team perform better, and also from a leadership point of view, and help bring our younger ones through, because we've got a lot of young ones coming through the ranks, and they'll be given opportunities, as has happened this year, and that's the future of our club. There may be some people out there saying, "Oh, look, they got this, they got that," and well, it's a strategy in relation to bringing young through, because they are very young.
A trip like that, it's always a chance you're going to pick up injuries along the way, but everyone's come through pretty healthy, and albeit tired, but no injuries at least.
Yeah, the girls are a little bit stiff and sore, a bit of bark off them, left, right, and centre, a bit of bruising. I won't say it wasn't physical on that trip, because some teams that we played against, that's how they play, and it can be a bit upsetting, but the girls stuck to their guns and played for each other and couldn't ask for more.
Everyone excited now to get this first game underway on Friday night in the home pool?
Yeah, we're so looking forward to our home game, and that won't be easy either against Fremantle again, especially with the addition of Zoe Arancini now into their team that we believe is going to be the case. So, and she's a quality player, so it's going to make it interesting as to see where we are now after our 6 games and where they are. So.
You take a lot of heart out of the first game against them, though. You were really competitive, and compared to last year, you performed a lot better against them than what you did then.
Yeah, they've had a bit of player change with their development cycle, and so have we, I suppose. And I think that the energy coming out of our group at the moment, I think, is really, really positive. I mean, they're itching to get at them, so always have to wait and see how it all pans out on Friday.
Thank you. Good luck.
Righto, thanks.